NFL now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Ready? It's a play fake. Here's Willis. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Melvin. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Only able to gain a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Willis. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and hoping for the incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. That's caught by Kelly. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards that time for number 14. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Off play action, Melvin. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. Well, this defense for the Titans, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
He still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. Touchdown, Seahawks! Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Third down, it's Willis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. They'll try and run the option left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball.
And it's a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open.
On first down, Melvin throw out wide to Walker. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
On second down, it's Walker.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun now on third down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Seahawks at 9-2 to start play. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. To throw on third down, Melvin. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they were going for the big strike right there with this. Just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Let's go now. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. To throw, here's Willis. Complete to Kelly. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Running left, it's Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. back to throw. Melvin. He's got his tight end fan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun, it's Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Melvin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. 1st and 10, it's Willis. And he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Well, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Down to the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Myers' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he can mix on a field goal here.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He finds his man complete. That's Kellen. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. Melvin.
Going right back to Fant.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He completes this to Walker. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Melvin. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Back to throw again. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And these guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 9, Willis. He dumps it off for Henry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt.
and they will take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Walker with another carry.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never...
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
First and 10, Willis.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Sticking with Walker on second down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, Melvin being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Straight ahead, Walker. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Back to throw. Melvin. This is the tight end fan. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff here to Walker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 138 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And Walker once more. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 19-point game. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Willis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit.
If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw again on second down. Willis. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
Throw left side complete. That's Kelly.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Right back to the air again with Willis.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Titans get a bit closer. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Second and 11 now.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. The slot man in motion right.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
On the handoff, this is Walker. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Toss left side for Walker.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
He finds his man, complete. It's Kelly.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing, Willis.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jamal Adams. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.